A waiter poured water on a black customer, arrogantly claiming it was to lighten her tone. However, the customer's response was so powerful that it left the entire restaurant in stunned silence. What happens next will surprise you. Watch until the end to witness this remarkable story. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share in the comments where you're watching from. Ambrosia, a high-end restaurant in the heart of Manhattan, was famous for its sophistication and exclusivity. Frequented by celebrities, executives, and social elites, it was a place where appearances seemed to matter just as much as the meticulously crafted dishes on the menu. The warm glow of low lighting, minimalist decor, and the soft sound of a live piano created an atmosphere of understated elegance. Jasmine Evans, a 34-year-old attorney, entered Ambrosia that evening to celebrate a monumental achievement: her promotion to senior partner at one of the most prestigious law firms in the city. Dressed in a sleek black evening gown, Jasmine exuded confidence. The kind of confidence that comes from years of hard work and overcoming barriers. Yet, as she stepped inside, she noticed something all too familiar: an undercurrent of discomfort. As the host led her to a table, she realized she was being placed in a discreet corner, far from the restaurant's main dining area and large windows. She had seen this happen before, an unspoken segregation in spaces that prided themselves on exclusivity. Still, Jasmine chose not to comment, reminding herself that dignity spoke louder than confrontation. As Jasmine scanned the menu, she felt the stares. Some patrons tried to disguise their curiosity, while others made no effort at all. Used to these microaggressions, she focused on the reason she had come: to celebrate her hard-earned success. Her waiter, Ethan Brooks, approached her table with hurried, disinterested movements. Ethan, a man in his late 20s with a crisp uniform and rigid posture, barely glanced at Jasmine as he spoke. "Good evening. Have you decided?" he asked. His tone clipped, his eyes focused elsewhere. "Yes," Jasmine said, her voice calm and poised. "I'll start with the lobster bisque and follow with the medium-rare filet mignon." Ethan scribbled the order without so much as a smile or acknowledgement. "Got it," he muttered before walking away abruptly. Jasmine sighed, but refused to let the poor service ruin her evening. After a few minutes, she signaled Ethan and asked for a glass of water. He returned with the glass, carrying it lazily on a tray with one hand. As he reached her table, something about his demeanor shifted, a cruel smirk tugging at the corner of his mouth. With deliberate slowness, Ethan tilted the glass, letting the water spill directly onto Jasmine's arm and dress. The act wasn't clumsy, it was intentional. "Oops," he said with a mocking smile. "Maybe this will help lighten your tone." The room froze. The soft piano music now seemed like the only sound, apart from the collective gasp of nearby diners. A couple at a neighboring table exchanged shocked glances, while a man sitting nearby frowned in disbelief. Jasmine sat in stunned silence for a moment, feeling the cold water seeping into her dress. Slowly, she picked up a napkin and began dabbing her arm with deliberate, firm movements. Her expression was a mix of disbelief and righteous indignation. "Did you just say what I think you said?" she asked, her voice low but commanding. Ethan crossed his arms and smirked, as though expecting her to lash out. "Just a joke," he said, his tone laced with mockery. "A joke?" Jasmine repeated, leaning slightly forward, her voice calm but piercing. "Do you think it's funny to humiliate someone because of their skin color?" Ethan hesitated, his smug expression faltering. He opened his mouth to respond but seemed unable to find the words. The room, once filled with the gentle hum of conversation, was now eerily silent. "Do you think this water," Jasmine continued, standing slowly, "can change who I am? Because if you do, you understand nothing about dignity." Her voice, steady and measured, carried through the room. Ethan shifted uncomfortably, his smirk long gone. "You tried to humiliate me," Jasmine said, her tone cutting. "But all you've done is show everyone here how small you are." At that moment, the restaurant manager, Claudia Harrington, rushed over, her face flushed with embarrassment. Assessing the scene quickly, she turned to Jasmine with an apologetic expression. "Miss Evans, I cannot express how deeply sorry I am. Claudia began, her voice trembling slightly. This behavior is absolutely unacceptable. Please allow me to make this right. Jasmine met Claudia's eyes with a composed stare. And how exactly do you intend to fix this? Words are easy. Actions are what matter. Claudia turned to Ethan, her expression hardening. You're dismissed. Pack your things and leave immediately. Ethan hesitated, glancing around the room as if searching for support. None came. The other staff members stood frozen, their expressions a mixture of disapproval and relief. Without another word, Ethan turned and walked away. Not looking back, Claudia returned her attention to Jasmine. Miss Evans, we will cover your entire meal and offer a formal apology. This does not reflect the values of Ambrosia. Jasmine's lips curled into a faint smile, but her voice remained firm. I'm not interested in a free dinner. I'm interested in respect. Ensure that your staff learns from this. Not just him, but everyone. The next morning, a video of the incident, captured by a nearby diner, went viral on social media. Jasmine's powerful words, especially her declaration, "Dignity is not something someone like you can take from me," were shared thousands of times. People from around the world applauded her composure and strength. Ambrosia issued a formal apology and announced that all staff would undergo mandatory diversity and anti-discrimination training. Ethan was officially terminated, but the incident left a lasting impact. Jasmine, however, stayed out of the public eye for several weeks, declining interview requests. When she finally agreed to speak, her words were measured and purposeful. I didn't want that moment to be about me, she said. It was about showing that no one deserves to be disrespected because of their skin color or for any other reason. Respect is the bare minimum, and we have to keep demanding it. The events at Ambrosia sparked a larger conversation about prejudice in exclusive spaces. Other high-end restaurants in Manhattan, under pressure from the public, began implementing similar training programs. Claudia Harrington led the charge at Ambrosia, ensuring that it became a space of true inclusivity and respect. For Jasmine, the incident became a defining moment. Her words that night, "Dignity is not something someone can take from me," became a rallying cry for many, a reminder of the power of standing tall in the face of discrimination. How often do moments like this go unnoticed or unaddressed? And how many people don't get the chance to respond with the grace and strength Jasmine showed? If you believe stories like this can inspire change and raise awareness, subscribe to our channel and share this with your friends. Together, we can build a world that demands respect and equality for all.